off the heat. And
all right, we are live.
We are live. Live. So I need to get this ready because the sugar syrup is at 298. And I already washed my hands. So we're putting, where am I at? Watermelon. 5 grams, that's way too much. Oh no, hey, I'm getting pretty good at this. I'm like, probably like a half a gram. Whoa, no! Oh no! It's always when I try to hurry. There we go. There we go. Yeah. I don't want it sour, but I want to counteract some of the sweet. That's why I put a little bit of citric acid in there. And this is citric acid that I ran through my food mill. There we go, there's 5. We're not going to add that till later. Let's get this. Where are we at? And we are more than well done. So take that off the heat. And lid. And I was going to plug this back in too while I'm thinking about it, because I think I need to return these bulbs, which is a bummer, and order the next size up, and maybe from a different brand, because this one doesn't want to stay hot. Okay, so we're going for, yeah. I'm gonna keep the little bottles for a friend of mine that like makes little potion bottles, you know, the ones that you shake. I thought those would be really cute. Okay, what is going on here? Hiya, trying to hurry. It said 3 grams and now it says 0. So
Things are happening.
I'm being haunted or something. There we go, 3. Actually, it might be easier just to pour. Wow, what are you doing?
That's what I get for playing around with the audio. Yeah.
There we go. That should be close. Yep. Okay, throw that in the sink. Now you use this whole bottle? No, about half. Okay. I think I have more watermelon. I'm not sure though. I don't think so. Now that I look, I need to order more. Okay, so those are ready. Get this out of my way. This goes in the sink. And got that. Put that there. Move these out of the way. Get my stick. And my gloves. And we're going to put the fragrance oil in there, and then we're going to pour it. And I've been experimenting with different things because I'm having issues with it sticking to the marble, and it shouldn't stick to the marble. And I've tried it cold, I've tried it hot, and it just still is sticking. So, whew. You can smell that watermelon coming.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it smells good. Watermelon is not my favorite, but I like it. Okay. Oh, this is going everywhere. All right. I think we're ready to pour here. Grab this guy so we can scrape off. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we're going to get much of a sizzle. Well, let's get that off there. I spilled a little citric acid on the Silpat mat. Oh, I was going to spray this just a little. And then take a, oops, I'm sorry, making the camera wiggle, but the cord is
Earthquake.
the camera is right there, and the cord goes to the computer. So I'm using a webcam and a cell phone to give you two different angles. We were doing three, but it got clunky. All right, here we go. Ready? I hold my breath. I don't know why. It seems so silly. All right, time to scrape the bowl. Whoa.
Look at that. That was beautiful.
At least I didn't drop it into the... I try not to scrape the sides, more so the bottom, because it does stick to the bottom. Hey, can you get... I don't know where we're going to put that. We had quesadillas for dinner. I washed the griddle, but I didn't take it out of the sink. It's still hanging out over the sink. So, it's good enough. I was going to have you move the griddle, but I don't know where you're going to put it. All right, I'm going to put some oil on my paddle here so it doesn't stick as bad. There we go. Okay, quick. I'm gonna put that back in there. Put this back over on the stove. My glasses are falling down. Get the other paddle out. Scrape this off. Oh yeah. There we go. Now, I'm gonna set this right here. That's a good spot for it. Now let's check and see what the temp is, because we want to add the citric acid between 250 and 270, preferably 260, and we are right around 250 depending on where we're at. So We're gonna get our little shaker. This is just a sieve. And that way it incorporates more smoothly. This is a smaller batch, so I try and help it out as much as I can. There we go. And again, I run it through my food mill, my herb grinder, coffee grinder, whatever you want to call it. Okay, now this can be moved back over here, and we're gonna grab our warmed, well, that was the other thing I was gonna do. I'm gonna check that bulb, because this little guy is just gonna be a pain in my side. Yeah, he's only at 90 degrees.
That's definitely not on.
It's on. It shouldn't be dead already. These are supposed to last. Yeah, this one's. I wonder. I don't know.
Is it the brand?
I don't know.
No,
I'm returning it. I'm returning them.
defective.
And I'm going to order
Yeah.
new ones from a different brand. It's just disappointing because I got like 100 pounds of candy to make. And they are when they were working, it was great. All right. So what we're going to do is move this out, move this out, and then we should just be able to take our paddle here and lift this up. Like so. And then lift this guy up. There we go. My goal is to not have to clean this marble every single time. Like, I have to clean it, but it takes me like literally 20 minutes to scrub it down. So if we can, now if I had a bigger sill pad, this would be perfect, but don't have one just yet. It is on my Amazon wish list though. Just saying. Link in the description. Okay, this is working, sort of. Okay. There we go. Gotta be faster than the candy. There we go. Now, now we can almost pick it up with our gloves. Gloves. Oop.
Whoops, I did.
There we go. This is so much nicer, I must say. Okay, so we're going to take a little piece out, just not yet. It's still really warm. I can feel the heat through these gloves, and these gloves are like the bomb. It's not that I can't work without the heat lamp. It's just a lot faster if I have it, because I don't have to put it in the thing to cool it down. All right. So now what we're gonna do, this will be a little bit more manageable. I'm gonna move it over here. It's droopy. Move you back. Okay. And while it is still warm, it's funny, I can still smell the cinnamon even though I've washed these mats, and like I've washed them 3 times now since the cinnamon. I'm making more cinnamon tonight, I hope, if this goes well. Right now it's not boding well because of the lamp, but you know, we do what we can. Okay, stop turning into the blob every 5 seconds, please. Okay, yeah, that's so much nicer to clean up. Let's take this. Oh, yeah. Okay, so priority is another Silpat. Actually, priority is another heat lamp.
Mm-hmm.
Because I made this work, and I can continue to make it work. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a small chunk here, like a teeny tiny chunk. Okay, I need to get my other glove. Take this glove off. I cannot use the scissors with the glove on. So we're going to take a teeny tiny chunk, this teeny tiny little chunk like that, maybe a little bit more. There we go. A handful. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. And then another little chunk. Yeah, that one's going to be smaller. We're doing 1 stripe of pink and 2 stripes of green. Let's do a little bit more. Then we're going to pull the rest of this. I don't need all that, I don't think. Yeah, that should be. Okay, so this is going to be green. And the other one's going to be pink. And then we're going to pull the rest of this. Oh, come on. That's the only issue I have with these gloves is after I've worn them for a while, the liner gets all discombobulated. All right. We're going to get you in a blob. And we're going to put you over here. And then we're going to do the pink first. So if all else fails, beat it into submission. I can't get my pinky finger in there. Do you know how awkward it is not to have your pinky finger? I feel sorry for anybody who doesn't have their pinky finger. Okay, we're going to use fuchsia. We're going to put 2 drops. Okay. And then we're gonna cover that up so I can start incorporating. Oh, now I got it on my glove. There we go. We're gonna put the 2 drops of green. We're gonna do 3 drops of green. 1, 2, 3. Now these are gel paste colors. They're not liquid, like old school egg dyeing stuff. So they're a lot more concentrated and they don't have as much water. They still have water because they still need to make things fluid. And I love these gloves because I can get color all over them and it doesn't matter. Okay, we're gonna use the candy and clean up the gloves. See, it just comes right off. Okay. And it gave it this pretty pink tone. Okay. I'll give it one more squeege. Get some of the bubbles out of there. Then, there we go. Okay. And I'm going to put it in my warmer here. And then we're going to hit the green. Dun, da, da, da. I'm going to put this under this heater. Because that should work. Now while we're mixing colors, so I don't get any more color on the canvas, this is wax canvas, I'm going to leave the Silpat here.
I like how you can like hear the air bubbles leave.
It's kind of
Pop.
It's kind of fun, isn't it? No, I'm not getting freaky with bubble wrap. That song White and Nerdy always goes through my head when I hear pop pop. If you don't know who Weird Al is, I'm sorry. I truly am sorry because he is a very humorous person. We all need people that can make us laugh. And this is already starting to get hard a little bit. And I don't have the color completely mixed in. So I'm going to clean up my gloves. So I don't have to clean them later. I think we might go to Tractor Supply tomorrow and get another lamp. They're like 15 bucks or less. We'll try that first because I want to get a new lamp anyway because I want to get this one out of here. And this thing is like 10 years old. So I never used it though. I just had it because it didn't have a clamp on it. So I got a different one that had a clamp on it. And that one broke a couple of years ago. So now I'm getting color on my, there we go. All right, let's put this in here. Flip this one. There we go. Now, got that done. I can put this mat here. Bring you over. Hello, gorgeous. How are you? I think I'm going to change gloves. I still have a little bit of green on my gloves, apparently. See, the lining comes out. Ow. I just stubbed my toe like I half-ass stubbed my toe. How does that work? It's like I booped it.
Well, what did you do that for?
Because I wanted to remind people if they're watching the live stream to boop the likes button. See where I'm going with this? See where I'm going? Okay, let's move.
All part of your master plan, apparently.
All part of my master plan. Let's move him here. I'm going to get a drink. Mute my microphone so you don't have to hear slurping noises. I'm in the middle of the live stream. What am I supposed to do? How to explain it. It just works. Okay. We're going to put one pair of gloves on. And these are on Amazon for $8 a box, so I'm going to throw like 3 boxes in my cart. Because you get, for $8, you get 100. It's like, whoa. And they're decent gloves. They don't make my hands itch. Some, even the nitro gloves, some of them make my hands itch still. So I wonder how genuine they are. Okay, so we should be able to get some good pulls on this guy. Let me flip my colors in here so they don't get too hot. There we go. Put the lid back on so it stays nice and toasty in there. It's like a candy incubator.
Oh, it's hook time.
Hook time. Yeah, there's a little bit of green in these. That's okay. It'll get worked out in the end. It'll all come out in the wash.
Sounds super sticky.
It is super sticky. It's candy.
Who'd have thought?
Who'd have thunk? thick on top. Come on, baby. Don't get thick on me. There we go. Whoop, I missed. Just concentrating on not dropping the candy this time. Stretch. Stay on that side, thank you. No, behave. Candy has its own mind sometimes. Yeah. I can't wait to get a bigger hook. Make life so much easier. Whew, okay, let's get warm. Give my hand a break. Okay. And I have oven fingers because I've been a baker for so long that my hands can withstand a lot of heat. So if I say it's hot, don't touch it. I think Mikey can attest to that.
Oh yeah.
He's seen me reach into an oven with nothing but a towel. It's a 450-degree oven, and he's like, "You're gonna burn yourself."
She's one tough cookie.
I remember when Mama saw me do it the first time. She's like, "Oh my God, how do you survive?" Cold hands, warm heart. I think we're almost there. Look how this turned a really pretty pastel pink. And I don't even like pink. Pink is not my favorite color, Aerosmith. Of course, they were talking about a different kind of pink, but, you know. I think I'll do one more. Let me try and get this. Big glob out. Here we go. And the there we go. Give it some shape before we bring it back over to the table. There we go. Whew. That turned out really, like, it's kind of white, but it's more like a pastel pink. It's really pretty. It's pretty. Okay, we're getting cold, so we're gonna give it a squish. And we're gonna put it in the warmer because this warmer ain't working. But before we do that, we're gonna set that right there. And I'm gonna put that right there and that right there. And we're gonna bring this over. And this should stay hot enough And then we'll cut this guy in half. We're gonna put him in there. And we're gonna cover him up so the heat stays even. Kind of helps trap the heat in so he doesn't get all melty on one side. And when I was working on the grape today, I kind of came up with a way to cut these kind of fast. So, all right, got one stripe here. So then we're going to cut this in half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. That's about half right there. Hoof-daroo. I know one of these heat lamps is working because I'm warm. Put that one right there. And I'm going to pull this a little bit. There we go. It's kind of like working with really hot clay. Let's move that guy over there so he can lay by the heat. This guy, smush that corner in there. There we go. Smush him down. Flip her over, flip him over, put him a little closer. There we go. Oh, what is that? Oh, it looks like a little bit of green got on there. That's all right. We're not going to be particular. Okay. One thing I'm going to do real quick. First, I'm going to flip this guy over because we don't want him to get too hot on one side. There we go. I have this set for 200 because that's the lowest it'll go with turning on and stuff. Hang on, I can get a sip. Okay. I was going to get a paper towel again. A little piece of one anyway. Put the rest of it there. Since I don't have a sponge or a clean brush, we're just going to wet a paper towel. And I will put him there. So we have some water to dampen the mix. Put these gloves back on.
Still no heat?
I don't know. Where's my thermometer? Well, we're up at 257. So 256 is what this one says. And then if I do the same thing, and they're the same bulb, they're out of the same package. This one says 679. So either that one's broken or that one's broken. That one gets too hot and that one stays too cold. I don't know which one is supposed to be which. I like this one because it stays hot. That one, I don't know what's wrong with him. But after I'm going to unplug them when I'm done here, when I'm working on the peanut brittle, and let him cool off a little bit. Make sure that he's tight in there. Maybe plug him directly into the wall instead of into a power strip. We'll play around and see what's cooking. All right, are you gonna behave? Let's see, this is gonna behave. Put the lid back on so it stays nice and warm. Okay, and I only have 3 stripes, so I'm going to put one on this corner. Like so. And then put one right here. Like so. And I probably should have put color between them, but I'm not going to sweat the small stuff right now. I just want to get the colors together. And then we're going to put one right here. I must have green on my thumb. Just put green on there. It's all right. All right. Now we're going to give him a smush. Straighten him out a little bit. Okay. You're too long for my pot, little guy. All right, now we need to put him in the warmer again. So I'm going to wrap him up and put him in here. It's probably going to be about 5 minutes before he's going to be ready. I'm just going to kind of keep an eye on him. So I am going to get things ready. So put this down. See, that's nice and warm. I wonder if maybe I should just put them on here. Yeah, that's like 140. Well, we'll see. So we're gonna make 6 candy canes and then the rest into candy pieces. So we need to get things ready for the candy pieces. So because I'm just wondering, this is really nice and warm. I wonder if I swap this guy out for this guy. No, it's still really warm. Cool. Thought maybe it was still hot from having candy poured on it. Yeah. I wish I could lower that down. Well, now we're at 400 something. I don't know what I did. So yeah, now we're at 450. Maybe because I insulted it. Told it it was broken.
That's so weird. Well, maybe I should insult them more. It gets hotter.
I'm just gonna get a new lamp. I think it's the lamp because the lamp is really old. I mean, these heaters are used for animals, so the bulbs, they're used for like geckos and lizards and stuff that need warmth because they're cold-blooded. So, and these bulbs had really high reviews, even for Amazon. I mean, they were like 4.6, which is really good compared to all the other ones. And there was like almost I think there was almost 1,000 reviews on it. So.
And these are those bulbs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
They're
4.6
100-watt bulbs. Maybe because this is rated for 150 watts and this is rated for 250 watts. I don't think that would really care. It would really matter.
The other one's meant for 250 watts?
This one's meant for 150. But there's only a 100-watt bulb. They're both 100-watt bulbs. They're the exact same bulb.
Is it the fixture?
That's why I think it's this fixture. I think it's
could be it.
broken. Like for a light bulb, like a regular light bulb. Because I've only had LEDs in there since, I don't know, 2000.
Yeah, very well could be your fixtures.
So, 13 watts, at max. So, maybe it's just tired and old. This one's more like me. I just keep working and working and working and working and working and working until I die. Till I crash for the night. All right, let's flip
and
this.
making killer candy in the process.
Hey, not killer candy, really good candy. I don't want to kill nobody. All right, let's flip that guy over. So we're gonna get him nice and warm so he's pliable on the outside, because the outside cools faster than the inside, obviously. I mean, that's why you have to cook things to an internal temperature, because the inside takes longer to cook. Okay, I'm gonna get another drink. What else do I need? Oh, I need my tray, which is over there. I'm gonna wash my hands because they're all sweaty and gross. I'm just gonna rinse them off. And then when I'm done getting a drink, I will wash them. Right now they're just, and that's why I'm using a rag. I'm not using my good hand towel. I always use a hand towel that's pink, because I'm pink. And it's just for hands and hands only, and I change it every day, so. You're muted. Okay.
I was trying to make sure I was muted for your coffee.
Oh, thank you. Oh yeah, I was gonna take another sip.
We'll be right back. And we're back.
Cranberry juice. Okay. Wash hands. Get tray. I can tell I'm bored because the water's actually feels cold. Usually it feels warm. Not hot, but warm. But then again, it's wintertime in Texas.
Craziness.
It gets below 60 degrees and oh my God, the whole world comes apart.
Nah, we're tough. We'll survive it. Until snow happens. Get a centimeter of snow.
Then there'll
Less
be
than
me
that.
out there whipping shitties in the parking lot.
Dude, I tell you, school's canceled.
Well, you know what though? You don't have all season radials on your truck, so you have performance tires.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I miss my Scion.
They'd probably be pretty slick on ice roads.
Yeah, no, we will not be driving anywhere if snow happens here. Okie dokie. My phone I thought I turned my notifications off. Okay. We need our tray, which is right here. So we need one tray for cutting into. And then we're gonna need one more tray, which is over here, which I want to put on the stove because the stove is nice and cool. We're gonna put our candy canes on that tray. And I'm gonna move this guy, excuse my face. We're gonna put him in the strainer rack here, sort of. This doesn't really fit. I want to get this pot soaking so I can wash it. There we go. So we got a tray that I did the grape candies on here, and the grape and the watermelon are going in the same thing anyway, so it doesn't bother me. Okay, I need new gloves. We're going to do the blue ones because I take these are from Walmart. They are one size fits most, and if you have big hands at all, you're probably not that most because they are about a normal medium on me. Maybe borderline large. So they fit me like a glove. He shakes his head at me. So if you want to know, before you buy a whole box, they're not expensive. They're like, I think 10 bucks. I just got them at Walmart because I hadn't found these on Amazon and I was just starting making candy and stuff. Okay, so, and we need our sticks. Mikey was kind of, is that hot water going in there? Is the pot hot? Is the pot hot?
It's hot.
Is the pot hot? The water inside the pot hot?
I don't know. I don't really feel
I have
comfortable.
gloves on.
Here. Alright, let's see.
You can walk around.
No, not quite.
Okay. I need hot water in the pot so it can soak. So, all right. So we got this. Let's put the lid back on here.
That's hot there.
Okay, then you can turn it off.
Wha-bam.
Wha-bam! Okay, there we go. And then I'm gonna give this some squishes. It's still really hard. hands are sore from doing the batch earlier. I don't want to stay up too late tonight. I want to make that peanut brittle. And then, there we go. Now we got to the warm spot. So this lamp is hot. This lamp is not. Let's do this real quick. This is, I don't like plugging it directly into the wall, but maybe that's what we need to do. There we go. Maybe that will help. Okay, I'll move this guy so we don't need him anymore. And we're gonna start pulling. So we just run our hands across. Until we get, now these are 1/2-inch dowels. So we want it to be about the same size as that. So we're gonna cut this guy right here. And then we'll cut this guy right here. Make sure he stays underneath the heat lamp so he stays warm. And then we'll take this and this, and we'll just roll it for a second just to see where we're at. Yeah, so this guy's a little thick. We're not shaming him. Just stating the obvious. So it's also getting a little broken. So we're gonna cut that right there. Woo!
Holy cow.
Good thing I washed the counter. We're gonna put him in here. And then we're gonna cut these. So I'm going to put him right here, see if this warms up any. Let's do that. Let's experiment some more. Try and get this pliable again. Okay, I think we're good. So we'll take the scissors and we're just going to cut these. That's too big. And I concentrate on where I want to go next with my cut. And these ones are little, so we're going to cut them little so they can become samples. Now we're back to the 1/2-inch size. And you can tell it's getting cold because it's giving me a sharp edge instead of a pillow edge. There we go. Move those out of the way. Flip this over. Oh, I heard a crack. That's no bueno. So we're going to cut him here. And we're going to throw him in the warming pot. After, I'm going to put him here. There we go. Get him kind of warm. See, that's why I like this one here, because it kept everything nice and warm. Okay, well, we're going to put him back in the pot.
Wasn't quite ready yet.
No, he was a little too ready. And then we're just going to cut these. this. Got warm enough. I think we're good for a candy cane here. Yep.
Pretty cool use of the dowels.
I think so. So I got one dowel here that is about 7 inches. So we're going to cut him at the crack here. There we go. Yeah, he's not very pillowy. He wants to just crack. So you know what we're going to do? We're just going to cut him. We'll put him underneath there. Keep him warm. So we can get these cut. There we go. They've got a little big. That's okay. There we go. There we go. It's a little big. Let's cut him a little smaller. There we go. Okay. Yeah, he's getting really hard really fast. Okay. We're going to squish him down again. And we're going to put him in the heater again. Put him right in here like that. Try and keep him on the Silpat. Because in this heater thing, I have, there's a piece of aluminum foil that's been tripled up down on the bottom so it disperses the heat a little bit better. And then I have a clean towel, and then I have a Silpat down, a silicone mat. So, there we go. Yeah, and I need to put him back in there because he's not pulling at all. Well, he's pulling a little bit. Whoa.
Oh,
He's
whoops.
breaking. I might adjust this a little bit. There we go. Just trying to get him a little thinner so I can cut candy from him. Whoops.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it shatters. It wasn't doing this to me earlier today because that other heat lamp was working. Let's see if plugging him into the wall helped. Nope, he's actually back down to 200. Neither do I. So it is the lamp or the bulb. It's not surging or anything like that. So let's put this in the shaker crate. So I have this little crate, this little thing that I use to shake off all the little bits. Well, that's frustrating.
So what do you do with all the little bits?
I save them, and then when I make molasses candy, I put it in the molasses candy because molasses covers the taste of everything.
Oh, interesting. Does it give like little specks of it? Or does
No,
it
because
kinda
it melts it all, and molasses is brown, so all the colors and all the flavor, all the colors melding together make brown. So it just makes sense for it to be
Kind of
there.
cool use. It's like giving it new life.
Yeah, repurposing it without being weird about it. So yeah, I stand here and wait. Yeah, that's about how it feels. I'm gonna grab, right, that one's clean. I'm gonna grab this black handled one and clean off my canvas a little. Work! Wish it was that easy.
Sometimes it is. Apparently not in this case.
Not in this case. I shouldn't have unplugged him when we went on a dinner break. I turned him off. I turned it all off. He was working fine before.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. Like, dang nabbit. Okay, you stay where you're supposed to be. Okay, I'm gonna flip this again. See, this would take so long to pull stuff is that I have to wait for it to get warm again and then pull more and then wait for it to get warm again and then pull more. So it's a hurry up and wait thing.
Oh, it is?
Oh, it was my phone telling me it's time for bed.
Just a late live stream.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get actually making candy until like 3 o'clock because I did a deep clean on the kitchen, cleaned all the counters, cleaned the fronts of the cabinetry, top and bottom. Pretty much the only thing I didn't do is sweep and mop. So, yeah. Why do you have to be so difficult?
I do nothing. This totally isn't on.
Oh. Okay. This is the frustrating part. Especially when my hips are like, what are you doing, woman? Oh, you know what I should do is put my shoes on. That would probably help.
No commenters yet? If you're watching this, please leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. If you have any questions on the candy making process, please let us know.
I don't have all the answers. I have some. I am a certified pastry chef. I know more about dough than I should know about dough. Oh, there we go. That makes it better. I was gonna sit down and eat food, so I took my shoes off because I wanted to be comfortable, and then I just forgot to put them back on because I was comfortable, because I was sitting and working on stuff. All right, let's see if this will pull, because I want to go to bed. Late night candy making. This is what happens when you try and come up. I wonder if I swap this out. This is still warm. And this little guy, let's roll him out. Yeah, he'll make a couple pieces of candy. See, we don't let no candy left behind. But this is how it's supposed to cut. See how it makes like this really pretty pillow shape? Whoa. And this is why we wear an apron. When I remember. And this is an apron from ATD, Artist Till Death. So go visit their site, artisttilldeath.com, I think, if you would like to have an apron like this. It is brand new. I've never made art in it, just candy art. All right. Now we're cooking with Crisco. Let's make this fast. We still gotta make candy canes, yo. Excuse me. Can't rightly mute my microphone when my hands are full of candy. And that end is just being obtuse. I think we're going to put him right there. Okay. We're going to cut this guy right here. And we're going to cut candies out of him real quick. Then we're going to put the little nub in here. And then we should be about candy cane length or width. So let's cut him right here. And we're going to kind of tuck him back like this, reptile style. And let's check our width here. We're good. Let's see if we can get 2 candy canes out of this. There's one. There's 2. Cut this into candies really quick. Is that smock? Can you hear that in the other room? Mm-hmm. Okay, now, moment of truth. Let's see if she'll twist. And she did. Look at that. It's so pretty. Okay, now bend. Bend nicely now. There we go. 1. There we go.
Look
1.
at that. Beautiful.
All right. Next one. We'll give it a twist. Just a little one. Just a little twist. And Oh, sad day.
Chef
alright.
snacks.
No, candy pieces. That's
Dang
only.
it.
Not every failure becomes chef snacks, Mikey.
Woohoo.
All right, let's try this again. See if we can. Oh man. Yeah. See. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna put him in here. Put these guys in here. Because it's getting really cold really fast. So what we might do is pull this, check for width, cut that, and that. Bring him back over here, like that, and then twist, roll, bend. Okay, there's one. Twist, roll, bend. Okay, there's two more. There we go. I'm putting on a cookie sheet so they chill. We're gonna put him in here. Flip these other guys around so they get hot on one side. Just kind of give them a little roll. There we go. All right. Oh. Put these back in here. I'm gonna warm this up a little bit more. There we go. Okay, if I can pull this length without it snapping on me. Then I'll take this, cut it really fast. Put this guy in here. We're gonna have a bunch of little chunks, which is fine. We make it work. And then this should be about right. There's that one. Twist, roll, bend. Oh, that one got a little long. There we go. That's all right. He's a little skinny, so we might make 7. Okay. See, we got a crack going on up here. Let's just do this. Okay. It's cracking all kinds of craziness. So put this in its own little wrapper. Put this underneath the heat lamp and that underneath the heat lamp. Move these guys around in here, put this guy in here. Candy burrito. Is this gonna let me pull him without cracking? No, that cracked. All right, we're just gonna cut these. Okay, put him back in here. Let's see if this little guy's ready to go. Okay, get that out of the way. We're just gonna get this a roll between the hams. Flatten the edges a little bit. Cut him into candies. There we go. Get rid of this. Okay, let's try this guy. Okay. Okay. Let's flip this guy over. There we go. All right, that's about the right thickness. Oh, it wanted to crack anyway. So, okay. Roll him over. No, I feel like this thing isn't heating up like it should. It is. I just gotta leave him in here longer. Okay, let's roll this guy this way. I think maybe I may have to leave that big chunk in there for kind of a long time, probably like 10-20 minutes, so it can slowly heat up all the way through again. And then I can pull it. But I'm not going to make this video unnecessarily long just because my light went out, or my heat lamp went out. I think we've showed enough of an example of how you can troubleshoot if you're doing this at home for your holiday gathering. I just need to get 2 more candy canes out of that, and then it's not a big deal on how it pulls. I'm just trying to get the candy canes. Because I need to buy a new heat lamp, yo. Gotta sell some candy canes. And these ones will be Chef Snacks, aka samples. You'll get a Chef Snack one. You get the last piece. I've told you that. You always get the last piece. Well, not always. There's a couple times where you haven't been here, because you've been on an adventure doing something else.
Sad days.
All right, we're gonna put this here, so it's more directly on the heat. And then we'll cover it up so it maintains the heat. Got one more chunk in my hand, and I think we're gonna let the rest of them, because they're pretty thick. And I'll just come and roll them over every 5 minutes or so. But I'll show you the candy canes we do have, and I'll show you the candy we do have so far. And then you can have an idea of, I think it came together really pretty. I think it's really pretty. I'm really liking it. I wish the flavor oil didn't have color in it already, because I'd really like it to be white like a watermelon. But you know, when I get the commercial kitchen and we're bigger and we can order $750 worth of stuff from one site and not bat an eyelash. So I'll show you the candies we have thus far. So we need to package samples of these. So I'll probably just go sit down for 15-20 minutes and start pulling out samples and getting those ready.
Isn't that beautiful?
They turned out really pretty. I really like, let's see if I can find one that looks more pillow-like. This one's kind of big, but it's more pillow-like. So it's got the more softened edges, but it's kind of like that light pink that when you cut open a watermelon, it's kind of like where the rind and the fruit actually meet. And that looks like watermelon, and then that looks like the rind, and that's kind of what I wanted to do. Is I didn't want it a solid green, I wanted kind of a striated green. And then here are the candy canes. That one got a little skinny, but all the rest of them turned out perfect. So I might leave that one to the side and make 3 more. Depends on how it wants to cooperate. But I made grape ones earlier today, so we have the grape ones.
The grape ones look wild.
The grape ones are really cool. These are just regular grape. They're not super sour or anything like that. So I need to package those up tonight yet too before I can go to bed. That's why I wanted to get the candy canes, because the candy canes are kind of complicated to package. You gotta finagle them. But these weigh about 1 ounce a piece, and the ones you get in the grocery store, let's put it this way, you get a package of what, 10 or 12, and the whole package is like 5.5 ounces. So you do the math. So that's what half an ounce per candy cane, or a quarter ounce even maybe.
Wow.
Well, 5 divided by 10, 5 ounces.
Half an ounce.
That's half an ounce or less if you got a 12 pack. You know. So these are an ounce or more. So I like making my own candy canes. I think it's fun, even if the candy doesn't want to cooperate. But I think I'm gonna wrap this live stream up. 1, because I need to use the restroom. And 2, I'm not gonna make this video longer than it needs to be. You get the idea. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Join us again tomorrow night, probably late like this one. And we'll be making, I don't know what we'll be making. We'll probably start on the sour and super sour. Get those prepped, and either that or maybe I'll do a batch of marshmallows, because marshmallows are quick.
If you got time for it.
Yeah, not in the morning. I suppose I'm making peanut brittle in the morning, but most of the peanut brittle stuff I do at the stove. No, I could bring it over here and put it on a heating pad, on a trivet or whatever it's called. So, yeah, we'll do it in the morning when we get up. Because I'm going to make peanut brittle. I was going to stay up and make peanut brittle tonight, but I'm like, nope, I'm done. Between scrubbing cupboard fronts and, because candy stuff goes everywhere, you guys. You heard it ba-ding on the aluminum. It hits the cupboards and it sticks. So twice a week or so, I scrub down all the cupboard doors and up above and below and the refrigerator and all the things. Not that I'm a neat freak, but I like things clean. And if I'm cooking for other people, I want things very clean, like hospital room grandma clean. Mm-hmm. So, all right. Anything else you can think of, Kiki?
Do we want to do a taste test?
Do you want to do a taste test?
I'm always down.
I can get us a couple pieces. He's like, yes. Yes. You know what? I'm going to get little tweezer tying thingies. I think I got a pair in here. They're salad pinchers, but they'll work. They're clean. And that way I don't have to put gloves on again because my hands are all sweaty.
I like going this way.
He goes all the way around. There we go. Chef Snacks! Come on. Come on. Don't have all night. There you go. Watermelon, not sour.
Cool. Cheers.
Cheers. So this I like better than the grape.
I might not be too much of a watermelon guy myself. It's good though.
You don't know it's good for you.
I know that grape's good for me. Holy cow.
You know what? You love that grape. But Sunday, I'm making anise candies, or anise, however you say it. Anise.
I'm curious about that. No.
You don't like black licorice, so I'm gonna be. It kind of tastes like black licorice.
Okay.
But you've had horchata, and you love horchata, and there's anise or anise, whatever, however you pronounce it. There's star anise in there.
So why does it taste like black licorice then?
I don't know.
Because I know I don't like black licorice.
But you like horchata.
I will try it still.
So.
You might get a funny face out of me though.
Don't give me any grief.
This is good though.
It is good. It's pretty strong.
Thank you. It is very strong.
Not very strong. Very strong is like, ugh, I want to spit this out. It's too strong.
I guess so.
This is the perfect strong. It looks like a watermelon Jolly Rancher.
It is stupendously
Only
strong.
better. Because it's not sticky sweet. There's that little subtle tartness on the afternote. So.
It's awesome.
Anywho, we've got a market tomorrow, but we're going to do a live stream in the morning. We don't have to be at the market till about noon, 1 o'clock. People hopefully will still be around. I never know what these things, they say, oh, come whenever you can. And it's like, well, do I get there? They don't open till 10. So it's not like we're not going to miss out on a bunch of stuff.
So if you're in the Elgin area,
Yeah, come down.
Painted Raven
It's
tomorrow.
Painted Raven and all the downtown businesses. I can't remember if it's the Elf on the Shelf event or the stocking stuffer event. I know that's there are two events that we're doing this Saturday and next Saturday, and it's one or the other.
The stocking event is,
Is that
next week.
Is that next week? This last minute stocking stuffers.
Mm-hmm.
So
Which this would be great for that.
yeah,
So get
candy
your candies.
canes, all the things. So if you're in Texas, come hit us up. Well, don't drive all the way from El Paso. That's a long drive for candy canes, but they are worth the drive, I think. Anywho, thanks so much. You gonna shut us off?
You betcha.
Go push the buttons.
All right.
Wave your magic wand. Here, I'm waving the magic wand. Swish and